going on, everyone? This is Drawdown King. Just going to start the video. We're going to get the music going. We got 15 minutes and 15 freaking seconds to make this go on here. Good evening, everybody. This is Drawdown King. I don't know what's going on with this account. We're going to reset it. We're going to see what happens. When was the trade? In January. There's some trades from way back in there. Let's go ahead and zap those right off the bat. We got 15 minutes and 15 seconds. Again, it's April the 11th, 2024, 7:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got 15 minutes to do this, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if this time of day we could trade with our pro real time. So like I said, I got 15 minutes to trade. I can be in the trade, but if we get out of the trade, we got 15 seconds to get back in. It's my email, drawdownking@gmail.com. Go ahead and send me an email. Let me know how much money you want to send me. I know you do. I see it in your eyes that you're crazy about me. All right, without further ado, it's 7:22 p.m. We got less than 15 minutes. We got about 13 and a half minutes. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? Right now you're looking at a long, we're selling it short. We took a minute there to gather where we're going. You got a big move up today, and we're going to see how much backsplash they're going to pull back into this area, possibly here. We got about 13 minutes left. I was just thinking about things to do, things not to do, where to focus your mind at when it is after hours, where to target your energy. There's certain times and things during the day. You have peak energy, peak performance, ideal hours, ideal things to happen that maybe you need to work around. We're going to set these on a 15-minute chart now. It's no longer the normal cash session. So we are coming in resistance, as you can see here, 458.83. That is on the QQs. SPY's already broke through that. That was the area right there of 518.38, pushing the resistance to 518.45. So we are now coming into that area and seeing exactly what it is that we're looking to do. I appreciate you taking a look and seeing what's going on here. For now, we're going to keep holding this short trade. There's no reason to get out. If it goes above here, maybe. If it goes below here, we'll just keep trying to get for the 18.485 again. About 10 points down. We got 11 minutes and 30 seconds to try and get that approach. While we're looking at and see if we get anything, I was just thinking about some things when I used to work for Apple. Worked in sales, worked as a solutions consultant for many years. It's a lot of product services. Always interesting. You always got to give it your all, especially when you're getting commensurated. Customer service is always number one. And then it's all about the commission check. How much money can I stack on this commission check? What do I got to do to make this commission check? And what do I need to do it the right way, to do it ethically, and have a clean conscience about myself? So it's a matter of thinking that sometimes it's easy to get involved in situations where you're putting the money over anything else. And most of the times that's going to come back at you, whether it's short term, whether it's long term, whether the things you're doing are infecting your mental health, those types of things. We all know there's the stereotypical used car salesman or saleswoman will tell you anything, And obviously, when you're working in sales like that, and you got to get to know the customers, the language, the lingo, if they like to talk about their family, if they like to talk about this, if they like to talk about that. Be truly able to engage sports, on other topics, or add support to their conversation, their line of thinking, it does help that pocketbook. Now you gotta not do that so much. Now you gotta be thinking as the market, as your customer. You're trying to sell the market on something, an idea. You've got to move along with the idea, or you're not going to sell it to the market. The market hears, listens, and understands, yet do you decipher what they're saying? Are you moving in the right direction as the customer? In this case, the customer and your employer. This is not only the customer, this is the customer and employer. This is your two most important assets in trading, your two most important things to know. Trade's going against you a little bit off of 18,495. We're going to listen at what point. We don't trade this, so we're learning this. But this is not normal trade hours. We could have took out for a small scalp. You got to see if small scalp's the idea. If we're going to get a rollover down here to 9.5 handles, we only got about 9 minutes left, so we don't really know. So you got to listen, learn, and figure out where to get a brace on these things. You're down like $20, nothing crazy. You were up here a couple dollars just a minute ago. You could have moved it up. You could have got back in the trade. Instead, with this kind of lower volatility and lower volume, we decided to hold with the position. So we're standing firm in our beliefs right now. We're standing firm in our convictions. And we know that if we don't make the sell here, we're going to not come out with any money. So we're standing pretty heavy on this side right now, 727. Again, I've got about 8 minutes left on this that we're trying to cash in. We got 8 minutes. And we could have easily went with the customer there and picked up this gain. We could have came with the customer if we'd been on there earlier. Customer's still saying that we're not quite pointing in the direction that they're thinking right now. They're not really thinking. They're starting to stray from this idea that we're going to sell them on this. So are we wrong, or is the customer right? Or is it both? We're wrong, the customer is right. Is the customer just taking their time? They're doing some pullbacks, thinking. They're taking a moment to digest the data and the information. They're undecided. They're not really quite sure where they're going to go. So when you're looking at the market and you're equating this to sales, I know I've gotten thousands and hundreds of thousands of emails and messages saying, hey, make this more about sales. Make this more about what's going on. Are you selling this idea? Who are you selling this idea to? Where is this idea being go? Are you going to make money on this idea? Show me how you would relate this to sales, as I want to implement this in not only my trading strategies, but I want to implement this in my sales techniques when I'm trying to land the big deal. All right. So you're looking for the big deal right now, and right now we don't really have a great deal. We're just trying to catch it. It's looking a little better. The deal's getting a little juicier now. We could already had a piece of that deal, but we're still pretty sold. We didn't want to do a flip-flop there, may confuse us in the way that we think. So we didn't flip-flop at this time. We still got about 6 minutes and 14 seconds trying to sort of waver and stand firm in their ways here at the 18,493. So the customer's saying I'm same as I was earlier. And you're like, oh yeah, I know you're the same you are as earlier, but you've given me an indication here that you're swinging in my favor of a bigger deal and a grander deal. And you'll agree with me in a short time here, but we got a limited time to do this. We got 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. So right now, take a look and see, do you want to go ahead and cash in right now on this deal and make it a mutual deal? Is this still good? You're going to let the customer push back on you? We're going to try and make sure that they're ensuring and seeing it not only our way, where they're seeing the value in this. So are they seeing the value in this area here? Or they're like, yeah, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. Or they're like, no, I don't need this, I don't need this, all I need is that. Like if you're selling a computer, no, I don't need all that other stuff that you're making commission on. I just need this one item here that you're not going to make any money on that. Here's your commissionable items right here, though. Commission. So right now you're like, okay, I'm going to sell you this up here, but there's a few other things that you need right now. We can make it easy. We've already put all the stuff in your cart. You're squared away. All I got to do is walk you over and tell you about these couple things in your cart right now. Had an associate pull up with a few extra items. They're pushing a cart in, that just went to get it all right now. We're about to wrap up this deal. Do we want to just go ahead and push it to the front and say, hey, they'll be up there. You don't know if they're going to have the stuff. You don't know, or you didn't have the stuff, or you're trying to make a call or an appointment or whatever to get the extra items, to get the warranties, get the services, to get the softwares, and to get the things that make it's going to work well, and also going to make it work good for your pocketbook. Is that the kind of things that you're going to be saying right now? Right now, you're still discussing, maybe you're going into a little sports and a little bit of a song and dance here. You got 3 minutes and 15, 20 seconds left. You're going to say, I needed to dance just a little bit quicker. You've already showed me a few dance moves here, but I've got a few more dance moves for you. And it's just right over here on the other side, right around the corner here. Got those extra add-on items pushing down here. So I thought I would see what you got. You're ready to give it a shot here and see what we got ready to move on here. Then we're going to sit back and just sort of let it come to us. We're up to about $200 now on 2 contracts. Got about 3 minutes left to go here. Coming back into the 160-ish area. You can always keep this trailed up here and see. Still looking like you may get some action, but you don't know exactly how much action you're going to get. Should you have took the $200, it's probably not a bad idea to go ahead and do that. We're down to about 160 right now. We're guaranteeing that we're going to make this. So that's more than where we're at a while ago. Not as much as we had here, but we still don't know if we're going to come down here to the 1846 and get all the agreed upon items and see exactly where that's going to take us. Got about 2 minutes left here on this trade. 15 minutes and 15 seconds to go. We're about $100 now, 140. Came back up and tested here. We're probably going to want to lock in at least $100 or so. And it may not be that great of a deal for us to not take this off our customers' hands right here. Anywhere in here was not a bad idea, bad place to take it. You're going to make a little less than slightly above break even. You only got about 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go here. Let's go ahead and see if we get a dip back down. And now we're going to put our sights on right here at 18,489.75 and 18,489.25. Got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go here. We're up about 130. We're up $200 just a moment ago. We got our point of control moving down on us right now. We're going to see exactly where this is going to lead us to and what kinds of options that we're going to have. You see it did come off that resistance 1 on the Qs and the SPY. We may not get a great deal of final amounts here and see that was not such a great deal. We stood heavy in our stance there. We have a time limit. This customer has to be somewhere very shortly. We're going to go ahead and take that off. Got 15 seconds to get back in. We're going back in another trade here and see if we can take it the other way. We already missed out on that from down here to up here. So now it's just a matter, is it going to give us any kind of room to work? That's it. We're about 15 minutes in. We finished up here with $60 on the profit. Nothing really. We're up about $20, $30 here on this trade. We're going to keep this one going on the video, but I'm out of here. Drop that down on the podcast.